Hello children, welcome back to the digital class of Pramati Hilva Academy. I am Rakesh. In the previous class we have discussed about the Union Executive consists of the President, Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers. In this session we are going to learn about the judicial system, which means the structure and functions of Supreme Court of India, High Court and the subordinate courts. We have a common judicial system for the entire country, unlike the American judicial system, where there are separate courts for the center and the states. Our judiciary is independent of the guidance of the legislature and executive. The high courts, subordinate courts, and the district courts function under the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court of law. Its judgment is final. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court came into existence by an Act of Parliament on 28th January 1950. It is in New Delhi. The President appoints the Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court. At present, there are 31 judges including the Chief Justice. The qualifications of a Supreme Court judge are: should be a citizen of India, should have served as a High Court judge for at least 5 years, or should have been advocate of the High Court for at least 10 years, should be distinguished jurist as per the President's opinion. The age of retirement of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is 65 years. However, they can resign earlier. If the judges are found guilty while discharging their duties, they can be removed from the office by the President on the recommendation from both the houses with a specified majority. After their resignation or retirement, the judges cannot practice before any court. Their salaries and allowances are decided by an Act of Parliament. Powers and functions of Supreme Court. Original powers: resolving the disputes between the Union and the states, between the states, safeguarding the fundamental rights of citizens, interpreting the provisions of the Constitution and passing on writs. Appellate powers: citizens may file cases in the Supreme Court against the judgments given in the lower courts. The Supreme Court may accept such appeals and issue judgments in these matters. It may also give special directions to the citizen to file such appeals. Advisory powers: the Supreme Court may advise the President when he seeks its opinion on important public issues. The President may consult the Supreme Court for advice on matters related to agreements and contracts entered by the governments formed before the implementation of this Constitution. In addition to the above mentioned functions, the Supreme Court served as a court of records, chief advisor to the central and state governments, and has the power to issue special writs. High Court. The Constitution provides for a High Court in every state. Sometimes there is one High Court for 2 or more states. The High Court consists of the Chief Justice and other judges. The number of judges varies from state to state. Qualifications of a High Court judge are: should be a citizen of India, should have served as a judiciary officer in a judicial office, or worked as an advocate of the High Court for 10 years, should be distinguished jurist as per the opinion of the President. The age of retirement of High Court judges is 62 years. However, they can resign earlier. If the judges are found guilty while discharging their duties, they can be removed from the office by the President, supported by a specified majority vote of both the houses of Parliament. Functions of the High Court. The High Court has a power over the whole state. Its functions are: the original power to resolve civil and criminal cases, to admit appeals against the judgments passed by the subordinate courts in civil and criminal cases, to direct transfer of cases from the lower courts to the High Court, to supervise the working of the subordinate courts, to admit writ petitions to safeguard the fundamental rights and other legal rights of citizens, to appoint the staff and regulating them. Subordinate courts. The Conference of Courts that was held in 1948 urged for independence to subordinate courts. As a result, specifications about the structure and scope of the subordinate courts have been included in the Constitution. Though subordinate courts differ from state to state, their main features remain the same. Courts have been classified into 2 kinds, namely civil courts and criminal courts. Civil court. Every district has a civil court and the district judge as its chief judge. The governor appoints the district judge in the consultation with the judges of the High Court. The district judge should have served as an advocate in any court of the state for a period of 7 years. The other judges are selected through a competitive exam. Civil courts settle disputes related to civil matters like property, land, monetary transactions, marriage, divorce, and others. They also hear appeals from the lower courts. The district court judge exercises control over all the civil courts in the district. Criminal Court. Criminal courts came into existence on 1st April 1974. They are also known as district magistrate courts. They function under the High Court. The highest criminal court at the district level is the Session Court. The district judge performs the functions of a judge in this court also. The court takes up the cases like murder, robbery, dacoity, etc. It has the power to issue death sentence and also life imprisonment sentences. However, such sentences will have to be ratified by the High Court. Similarly, an appeal may be made to the High Court against the judgments given by the criminal courts. People's Court or Lok Adalat. In India, the legal procedure is time consuming and expensive. As an alternative, the government has introduced other forms of legal institutions which function faster and are less expensive. This institution came into existence in 1985. One of them is Lok Adalat. It takes up cases from parties who mutually agree to settle the cases quickly. Lok Adalats are established only in some states like Gujarat, New Delhi, Karnataka, and few others. Some judges of the Supreme Courts, social workers, and young law graduates are the founding members of these courts. Cases which have not yet been disposed of the other courts or high courts can be settled by the Lok Adalats. So children, let us recall what we have learned today. In this session, we have discussed about the judicial system, which means the structure and functions of Supreme Court of India, High Court, and the subordinate courts. So see you soon. Have a great day. Thank you.